everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good. Before we start, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So, I made this video for third year English students, ENS students or LMD students. As a guide, I will try to give you a complete overview of the third year program. Also, we will go through all the modules you will study, the syllabus for both semester, and the lesson titles you will cover throughout this academic year. More like to help you know exactly what to expect before the semester begins. Since this year is a bit different from the past 2 years, it is more theoretical, it needs more understanding, it needs more concentration, it needs more attendance, believe me, and you have to start from the very beginning. يعني من الآخر ما هيش اللي تتقرأ في ليلة الرعد. So this year you will have 9 modules: linguistics, speaking and phonetics, writing and grammar, British and American civilization, British and American literature, ICT, and I forget to mention psychology, and 2 new ones which are TEFL and PTS. PTS stands for Pedagogical Trends and Educational System, while TEFL stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language. For me, TEFL is very beneficial for us as teachers, so try to attend as much as you can. Also, you will have 4 TDs. You will have TD in writing and grammar. You will have TD in British and American civilization. You will have TD in British and American literature, and you will have TD in speaking and phonetics. And you know, when I say TD is very important, if you wanna have a good annual average, so make sure you attend all the TDs and interact a lot with your teacher, and make sure they know you by name. So now I will give you a general idea about all the modules you'll study, like what are you going to see this year, and I will try to provide you with the lesson titles for both semesters. And in the next videos, inshallah, I will try to explain each one in detail. So let's start with writing and grammar. So you will study writing in the first semester and the grammar in the second one. So the teacher can mix, so it depends on the teacher. So concerning writing, you will focus on essay writing, you will first learn how to organize and how to structure an essay properly, and then you will work on different types of essay. You will study the argumentative essays and the cause and effect essay. And for grammar, it's quite easy. You'll study cleft sentences and gerunds and infinitives. The second one is Civ. Civ is very enjoyable. You'll study in the first semester the American civilization. You'll study the whole story, how it was discovered, the first people to settle in until how it became independent. The same for the British civilization. Also here it depends on the teacher if he starts with the British civilization or the American. Civ mainly depends on your culture, so if you don't have any idea about America or Britain, so please try to search more, and in the next videos, inshallah, when I will try to explain each one in details, I will give you some links, some playlists, the book the teacher provided us. It's very beneficial. You will find it in the description box, and also there are a lot of movies I advise you to watch, especially we are in holidays, you have time. It's an entertainment, at the same time you will gain some culture. Trust me, it's very beneficial. Okay, now for literature, you will explore different literary works, different writers, different period, and different movements. You will mainly learn how to do a literary analysis for the stories you will study. You will study the daffodils, the poison tree, Rip Van Winkle, also the story of an hour, and the Telltale Heart. You will look for their themes, characters, and their historical and cultural context. It is very enjoyable. And if you study in Lawad, make sure to memorize by heart the quotes from each story, because they use it a lot in text and exams. So concerning phonetics, it is actually called speaking and phonetics. So it is also divided. Sometimes you will have some speaking sessions when you will do some presentations, or when your teacher chooses a topic and you will start to discuss that topic. And sometimes you will have some phonetic lessons, you are going to focus mainly on aspects of connected speech. In other words, aspects of connected speech mean what happens to the sound when we speak, when we speak naturally and continuously, rather than pronouncing each word alone. There is difference when you speak continuously and when you pronounce each word alone. It is more like how native speak. Okay, concerning linguistics this year depends more on understanding rather than memorization. And if you are an ENSL student, there is one teacher who is going to teach you linguistics and TOEFL. He is a great teacher. And in his exams, he will ask you to write an essay, but he focuses more on what he explained in the lectures. So if you don't attend his lectures, you will find some difficulty answering the essay questions. But he explains very well. Sorry, I very advise you to attend his lectures. Never miss any, because he asks questions from his lectures and from his explanations. So in linguistics you will explore language from a scientific perspective, like you will deal with major linguistic theories and approaches, and learn how different scholars have explained the structure and the acquisition of languages. Mainly it is somehow similar to second year, but in details. TOEFL, or teaching English as a foreign language, actually it is my favorite. Like you will explore different approaches, methods, techniques, and classroom practices that help you understand how English can be effectively taught and how it can be effectively learned. It is very beneficial for us as teachers, as I mentioned earlier. PTES, or pedagogical trends and educational systems, like you will know who were the first teachers and how education even started. Like you will examine how teaching practices and educational systems have developed and influenced today's classroom. I like this module also. Also, I forgot to mention that you are going to study psychology in Arabic, علم النفس, and finally ICT. ICT is very easy as usual. Like you will study Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Microsoft Excel. Sorry. And finally, I wanted you guys to know that I opened Classroom for you, where I can share my own summaries, some PDFs, some helpful books, some helpful playlists. So if you are interested, don't forget to join. You will find the code in the description box. And if you don't know how to use it, it is very simple. When you open Google Classroom, you will find the plus in the corner, I think. Click it, then click join class, then enter the code, and this is it. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any question, feel free to ask.